Welcome to the Checkout Point, your quick dive into this week's e-commerce buzz with me, Alex, powered by Blicket. These 20 minutes pack the latest trends, news, and insights. Let's navigate the digital marketplace together. Ready? Let's go!
Hey folks, what's up everyone, and welcome to the Checkout Point by Blicket.co. I'm Max, coming to you slightly over-caffeinated, as usual, and honestly, just thrilled it's finally October. You know what that means? Halloween's basically here, so you know my candy stash is ready to go.
I know, Max. My pumpkin-shaped Reese's are already disappearing faster than I'd like to admit. Hey everyone, I'm Rachel, and happy week 41. Can you believe we're almost halfway through October? It feels like just last month we were joking about summer sales, and now suddenly I'm getting targeted ads for 12-foot skeletons.
Seriously, those skeletons are everywhere. I saw a giant one riding shotgun in someone's minivan yesterday. By the way, speaking of Halloween, we'll chat today about how you can use spooky season as an excuse to give your shop a little sales boost. Costume deals, pumpkin spice bundles, you name it.
Exactly. And if you've ever wondered if those Halloween pop-ups actually work, stick around because we've got some tricks and treats for you. Oh, and Max, I have to say, I saw we just published a shiny new blog post on Blicket.co this week, and I'm honestly super pumped about it.
Yes, I'm so jazzed about that. It's called Why Your Order Confirmation Might Be Your Secret Sales Weapon. And we'll totally get into that today, because I went sort of nerdy deep diving into confirmation pages. Trust me, you don't want to miss those tips.
I love that. I peeked at it this morning with my third cup of tea, and I was like, hey, this actually makes clicking that "Thank you for your order" button fun. We'll break it down for you in just a sec.
All right, let's give everyone a quick preview of what's coming up in this jam-packed episode. First up, we'll talk about how your order confirmation page might seriously boost your bottom line. Don't skip that part, because it's pure gold.
Then we're digging into the whole ChatGPT shopping craze. Yup, AI that helps you find weirdly perfect Etsy gifts. Or maybe just another pair of socks you didn't actually want.
I mean, as long as AI doesn't recommend me more coffee mugs, I'm cool with it. After that, we'll get into what's new with holiday shopping trends. Growth might be slowing, but the tech twists just keep coming.
Oh, and you won't believe what's happening with Shopify. Instant checkout powered by ChatGPT? That's a game changer.
Plus, Amazon is ramping up its fulfillment centers again, so your next package might get to you before you even remember ordering it.
No kidding. I keep thinking I've been hacked every time something shows up that fast. And we're also taking a mini world tour of global e-commerce drama. Stuff's getting wild in Brazil and China, and you'll want to hear why.
Finally, we're diving into the latest marketplace changes. Amazon, eBay, USPS, all shuffling the rules. We'll make sense of what it means for your shop, so you don't have to.
So grab your non-spooky snacks, settle in, and let's kick off Week 41's e-commerce news right here, powered by Blicket.co.
Let's do it! Okay, so let's talk about the blog post we dropped this week. I'm genuinely pumped about this one. It's called Why Your Order Confirmation Might Be Your Secret Sales Weapon. Rachel, this was such a fun one to write together because honestly, it's one of those things nobody ever thinks about, right?
Seriously, I feel like the order confirmation screen is that awkward moment at a party that people just skip right past, but it's actually where all the magic can happen. I mean, we all know that little dopamine hit when we complete an online order, but most business owners just leave that page on autopilot. In the post, we dig into why that's such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, for real. One of my favorite points from the article is how the order confirmation isn't just a receipt. It's the perfect moment to build trust and even spark a little extra excitement. Like, your customer is already happy. They just finished buying something. Why not lean into that good vibe? Drop in a helpful tip about their purchase, or maybe a special thank you, and you're upping your brand loyalty game without being pushy.
Exactly. And the other big takeaway we talk about is using that space for gentle upsells or recommendations. Not in a, hey, buy more now or else way, but if someone just bought a coffee maker, maybe recommend your best-selling coffee beans or a fun mug. It feels way more organic at that stage because the customer's already in yes mode.
I always think of it as the online version of the friendly cashier who casually suggests a snack at checkout. Sometimes you say yes, sometimes you don't, but you never feel pressured. And it can mean a lot for your bottom line. Plus, it's a chance to actually showcase your personality as a store owner. We even shared in the blog some extra ideas for making those screens look and feel like your brand, which is such an underrated move.
And honestly, updating your order confirmation is such a low-effort, high-impact thing. It blows my mind how many times we see those plain, generic pages, like, here's your order confirmation. Thanks, bye. You can be so much more memorable than that.
Yeah! So if you want to see real examples and get a bunch of ideas on how to turn that super basic screen into an actual sales asset, check out the full post on our site. There's all kinds of creative stuff in there. And we put together a few templates people can swipe.
It's at blicket.co/y-your order-confirmation might be your secret sales weapon. Try saying that 10 times fast. Seriously, though, if you want your shop to stand out and make your customers genuinely happier, start with that confirmation page. We promise, it's way more powerful than you'd think.
Okay, Rachel, check this out. ChatGPT can now help you actually buy stuff from Etsy and Shopify, right inside the chatbot. Not just suggestions, but real actual purchases like, hey, ChatGPT, find me a llama mug. And boom, you're basically shopping with a robot personal shopper.
Wait, hold on. So you're saying you could chat with ChatGPT, ask for gift ideas, and it'll not only recommend something, but actually let you buy it right there. That's wild. I was just thinking about how last segment we talked about those supercharged order confirmation emails. Now it's like your shopping cart has an AI brain.
If my shopping cart has a brain, I hope it has better impulse control than I do. But yeah, this is a total game changer for shopping online. Imagine sitting in your pajamas, telling your chatbot to find birthday presents for your aunt who loves cats, and instantly seeing the cutest Etsy options ready to order.
Okay, but here's what I'm wondering. Do people actually want shopping to be that easy? Like, part of the fun for me is browsing, scrolling through weird and wonderful stuff. Is ChatGPT just going to show you a couple options, or does it really get that, shopping is kind of an experience?
That's a good point. I think it's like getting the best of both worlds. If you know what you want, like, I need a graduation gift that's not socks, ChatGPT can narrow down the universe. But for hardcore window shoppers, maybe it becomes a starting point, like a shortcut to sparkly unicorn candles or whatever Etsy miracle you're after.
Unicorn candles? Max, are you secretly buying me birthday gifts on this podcast? But really, I can see the appeal, especially when you're rushing for last-minute holiday presents, which, speaking of, kind of ties into our next segment, right? Because if ChatGPT can save people time and stress shopping for the holidays, online sales might totally skyrocket.
Yeah, honestly, Adobe just put out a report saying holiday e-commerce is expected to set new records. So if AI-powered shopping is making it smoother, it could be a huge deal for how much people actually spend online. I mean, AI might be Santa's sneaky little helper this year.
Right, but I'm just a little skeptical. I love the convenience, but what about all the small shops on Etsy that rely on people stumbling onto cool stuff like by accident? Does this put the hidden gems at a disadvantage if the bot just recommends the top sellers all the time?
Exactly. That's the plot twist here. If ChatGPT gets smarter about showing people the quirky, less obvious finds, it could help smaller sellers reach new folks. But if it only pushes what's already trending, well, there's the algorithm mystery box for you.
So I guess the real question is, does AI-powered shopping turn us all into efficient buying machines? Or does it help us find weirder, more personal gifts faster? I honestly don't know, but I still want to try it. Maybe I'll finally get my mom something other than a mug.
Hey, mugs are classic, Rachel. But hey, if ChatGPT can up our gift game, maybe this year we won't get that, thanks, but I already have 5 of these, look from Grandma.
That reminds me. Maybe ChatGPT can start suggesting order confirmation emails that double as personalized thank you notes. Now, there's a sales weapon for you.
Okay, Rachel, you gotta check this out. Adobe is saying online holiday spending is still going up this year, but it's hitting the brakes a bit. Growth's slowing down to about 5.3%. That was basically my face when I read that. Kind of like opening a gift and finding socks.
Okay, but socks are underrated. Seriously, though, I was just thinking about how everyone's been talking about digital shopping skyrocketing. So it's still growing, just not quite at the crazy pace we got used to during lockdown land.
Exactly. I mean, people are definitely still shopping, but now it's more like, yeah, but what's on sale? Instead of going wild, everyone's hunting for deals. And here's the super cool part. AI is about to become the ultimate holiday shopping buddy.
Wait, so when you say AI, are we talking about people like asking ChatGPT where to find the best sweaters? Or is this more like those bots that follow you around with shoe ads?
It's way more, actually. Adobe predicts AI-assisted online shopping is going to blast off, like growing over 500% by next year's holiday season. That's not just a jump. That's like riding Santa's sleigh straight into the stratosphere. No joke.
500%? That's wild. But here's what I'm wondering. Are we trusting AIs to find us the best deals? Because honestly, sometimes I feel like those recommendations are just based on how many cheese grater videos I accidentally click on.
Oh, totally. You'd end up with a gift list that's just air fryers and vacuum cleaner memes, right? But yeah, a lot of it is getting smarter. These AIs can now scan massive lists of prices, compare discounts, and even predict the best times to buy. It's like having a super bargain hunting detective in your pocket.
That makes shopping sound so much easier. But isn't there a catch? I mean, didn't we just talk in our last segment about ChatGPT letting you shop directly from platforms like Etsy and Shopify? It all sounds handy, but I'm a little skeptical. I like finding deals myself, not being told what to buy by the algorithm overlords.
Hey, if the algorithm overlords are handing out coupons, I'll salute. But actually, you're onto something. There are some new challenges for online stores too. As AI gets superpowered, businesses have to work even harder to stand out. It's kind of like if everyone at the North Pole started selling the exact same reindeer sweater.
So, do you think this whole AI frenzy means holiday shopping will get more personalized? Or is it going to feel kind of, I don't know, robotic? I'm picturing a world where my cart is filled with heated blankies and like 10 different mugs, just because I browsed hot chocolate once.
Honestly, it might be both. AI helps personalize, but if everyone uses the same AI, suddenly it's blanket mug city for everybody. But get this, the forecast for this holiday season is $253 billion in e-commerce sales. That's so much online shopping, you'd need a sleigh and a rocket to deliver it all.
That's bananas. And it totally sets the stage for what we're going to get into next with Shopify. The way these platforms are competing, the partnerships, the stock market buzz. It's like holiday shopping isn't just for the shoppers anymore. The companies are trying to snag the biggest wish list.
Exactly. And with new power-ups from AI, the e-commerce snowball just keeps getting bigger. Next stop, Shopify's latest moves. But yeah, online shopping this season, totally a game changer. I mean, who knew hunting for ugly sweaters could become, like, a sci-fi mission?
I just hope my AI knows I prefer cute sweaters this year.
Okay, check this out. Shopify just hit a new high on the stock market. I mean, they're riding this wild AI wave right now, and honestly, it's kind of a game changer for pretty much anyone who shops online, which, let's be real, is all of us.
Wait, Shopify? Didn't we just talk about how holiday spending is way up this year? So now they're not just cashing in on the shopping season. They're getting a boost from AI too?
Exactly. The big headline is that Shopify launched this instant AI checkout using ChatGPT, and apparently that's what sent their stock up like 8% in a hot minute. Basically, instead of clicking through a bunch of steps to buy something, ChatGPT can help you find what you want and check out, lightning fast.
So like you could literally be chatting with ChatGPT and say, hey, I need a new pair of headphones. And Shopify just pops up with options you can buy right there.
That's the vibe. It's like having a really nice sales assistant who never judges you for impulse buying socks at 2 a.m. What's wild is, this doesn't just help Shopify. Etsy's getting some AI love too.
Oh, Etsy's involved too? So my late night, do I really need another candle shopping gets turbocharged by artificial intelligence now? Dangerous.
Hey, no judgment here. AI candle recommendations could actually be the next frontier. But seriously, this creates a whole new lane for online stores. Shopify isn't just connecting to ChatGPT, it's plugging its entire store inventory right into the ChatGPT experience. Like, it's not just about buying faster, it's about discovery.
That's such a good point. I was just thinking about the whole discovery thing, especially for smaller brands that maybe get lost in the big holiday chaos. If ChatGPT helps shoppers find stuff they didn't know they wanted, that's huge for those indie stores, right?
For sure. Here's the deal. Stock market watchers are eating this up right now. Investors see AI next to almost anything, and they're like, instantly interested. Shopify's sharing that spotlight with another company, TE Connectivity, also hitting new highs. All because everyone wants in on AI plays.
But here's what I'm wondering. Is it just hype? Or is this really making shopping better for people? I mean, faster checkout is great, but what if it keeps recommending me dog sweaters when I don't even have a dog?
At least your hypothetical dog would be very fashionable. But seriously, that's the thing. The real magic is when these AI systems actually get smarter and more personal. If not, it's just spam with extra steps.
Exactly. I was reading that the whole reason Shopify's leaning hard into this tech is to keep up with how fast customer expectations are changing, especially during crazy times like the holidays. Remember all those delays we talked about in the last segment? This instant checkout is like their way of saying, hey, maybe we can help you shop faster before the shipping crunch starts.
Oh, for sure. Speaking of crunch time, wait till we get into our next segment about Amazon's crazy new fulfillment center moves. It's all about getting stuff to your front porch before you even realize you wanted it.
The future is basically, I think about something, and boom, it's on my doorstep. But hey, I'm not entirely convinced we're there yet. Still, with moves like Shopify's ChatGPT integration, we're definitely heading in that direction.
I know. If anything, it just makes the arms race for the easiest, fastest shopping experience even wilder. So who knows? Next time you blink, maybe your cart will already be checked out.
Okay, that's both amazing and slightly terrifying. But hey, it's a good time to be an online shopper. Or an AI, apparently.
Okay, Rachel, check this out. Amazon's planning another fulfillment center in Indiana. Like, I get that they already have a gazillion warehouses, but every time they open a new one, it's kind of a game changer, right?
Wait, seriously? Another one? Didn't we just talk last week about how Amazon spaces are basically the modern-day castles? I mean, they're basically everywhere at this point. What are they doing? Making a fulfillment center collection series?
Gotta catch 'em all, right? But honestly, here's the deal. Every new fulfillment center means Amazon can promise people their packages in even less time. Like, I'm talking the kind of speed where you joke, I wish I had pizza right now. And before you finish that thought, boom, someone's at your door with a slice.
Are you sure Amazon isn't just secretly reading our minds? Because last week I thought, I'd love some socks. And the next day, socks. Not that I'm mad about it, but is anybody else a little freaked out by that?
Hey, at this rate, Prime shipping's about to become instant transmission. Shout out to my Dragon Ball fans out there.
But here's what I'm wondering. How do these fulfillment centers actually work on the inside? Like, do they have little robots zipping around? Or are there just tons of people running marathons trying to find my sock order?
Such a good question. It's kind of both. They've got robots moving shelves and people doing the fine-tuning stuff. Imagine a super organized ant colony, but with way more cardboard boxes. And this tech isn't just for show. It's about getting stuff out the door faster, especially for those I need it by tomorrow morning or my life will actually collapse kinds of orders.
I hear you, but can't help wondering about all the pressure behind that speed. Like, do you think Amazon ever slows down to double-check things? Or is it just get it out the door at all costs? I mean, human error's got to pop up, right?
For sure. There's definitely real pressure in the background. But, and this is where the data nerd in me jumps in, all that automation is basically double-checking as things move along. It's not perfect. Robots haven't learned how to tie shoelaces yet. But it does cut down on a lot of, oops, wrong package moments.
That reminds me of what we just talked about with Shopify. Like, even their smaller sellers are starting to tap into these crazy fulfillment networks. But here's my big question. Are all these new centers actually helping the average shopper? Or is Amazon just playing a giant game of warehouse monopoly?
Do not pass go, do not collect your package in 3 days unless you have Prime. But seriously, it's both. The more coverage Amazon has, the more they can compete, especially since we're about to talk to Mercado Libre, who's basically Amazon's sparring partner in Brazil. Their fulfillment game is wild, too.
Right. And speaking of competition, do you think this Indiana center is all about out-Amazoning everyone else? Or are they also trying to keep up with all these new logistics players who are getting super creative?
I think it's a combo platter. Amazon's playing defense and offense. New warehouse, better shipping, but also, hey, competitors, good luck keeping up. It makes you wonder if one day you'll order something and someone will just toss it through your window before you even hit purchase.
Honestly, with the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, Rachel, check this out. Mercado Libre's stock just took a nosedive because competition in Brazil's e-commerce scene got seriously wild. Like, Battle Royale wild. I'm picturing shopping carts flying everywhere.
Oh my gosh, not the Battle Royale. I was just thinking about how nuts the logistics must be over there, especially after that last segment with all the Amazon delivery upgrades. But seriously, what's behind this big showdown in Brazil?
So here's the deal. Mercado Libre's been the king of the e-commerce jungle in Latin America for a while. But suddenly, companies like Amazon and Shopee are moving in. Think of it as the new kids in school showing up with flashier sneakers, and now everyone wants to be their friend. That competition means Mercado Libre's got to put in extra work, and investors freak out if they think profits will drop.
Exactly. But it makes me wonder, how much does this come down to tech? Because then you look at Alibaba in China and, wow, their stock is blasting off, mostly because AI's doing its thing with e-commerce. I mean, not to be dramatic, but it literally sounds like the robots are helping people shop better.
Absolutely. Imagine having your own personal Iron Man suit. But instead of fighting crime, it just finds you the best deals on sneakers. AI is basically the new super sidekick for shopping. And apparently, investors are loving that. Alibaba's like, hey everyone, check out my cool tech. And the market's eating it up.
But here's what I'm wondering, though. Is it really that simple? Sure, high-tech shopping sounds cool, but isn't it still risky? Look at Global E. After their stock dropped, everyone started freaking out. But cross-border e-commerce is still growing. Are the markets just, I don't know, a little dramatic sometimes?
Markets? Dramatic? Never. That's like saying my hair is only slightly messy in the morning. But seriously, you're right. The stock price is bouncing around, but Global E could still have huge potential. Think about it. They help stores sell anywhere, like a digital passport for products. Who doesn't want instant travel? Well, at least for your favorite hoodie.
Totally. Except we still can't teleport our hoodies to us. Yet. But if cross-border sales keep surging, platforms like Global E might actually end up on top, even if investors are side-eyeing them right now.
And it all loops back to what we talked about earlier, logistics and delivery. Because if you can't actually get those hoodies to your door quickly, no amount of AI or international magic's going to save you. It's like having a super-powered rocket, but no fuel.
Right. And speaking of unpredictable moves, can we talk about these sudden changes platforms are making, like Amazon's new ad sales tax coming up in the next segment? I feel like every piece of e-commerce is shifting at once. It's basically the Wild West, but with more algorithms.
For real. Sometimes I think these companies are all just trying to out-mean each other. Oh, you added AI? Well, we're adding 2-day shipping and a surprise tax. It keeps the market spicy, that's for sure.
Spice level, competitor chili pepper. Seriously though, I just love how one move, like a new policy or a cool AI upgrade, can shake the whole market, from Brazil to Beijing to your phone.
And that's what makes this e-commerce game such a roller coaster. 1 minute stocks are plummeting, the next they're shooting up like an AI-powered rocket. Wouldn't trade watching it for anything. And I don't just mean stocks.
If nothing else, it definitely keeps us on our toes, and maybe thinking twice before hitting buy now after midnight.
Okay, Rachel, check this out. Amazon is going to start charging sales tax on their ads now. Like, not just on your products, but literally on the money sellers spend for ads themselves.
Wait, so if I spend $10 to boost my funky cat mugs on Amazon, I'm also getting taxed on that $10?
Yep, exactly. You pay for the ad, and then boom, sales tax on top. I mean, it's like ordering fries and they charge you extra for the ketchup just to rub it in, right?
Classic. But seriously, doesn't this make advertising more expensive for smaller sellers? Especially folks just starting out. They've got limited budgets.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of wild about it. If you're trying to scale up from your bedroom side hustle, now your calculated ad spend just ballooned. Big sellers will barely notice, but for the little guy, ouch.
I get that Amazon's got to follow the state tax rules, but still, I wonder if this will push people to spend less on ads, or will everyone just grumble and adjust their numbers?
Maybe a bit of both. And you know what's interesting? This is kind of similar to what we just talked about with Mercado Libre. Like, these platforms just keep tweaking the rules and sellers are playing catch-up 24/7.
Totally. And speaking of rules changing, did you see the eBay update coming in October? They're saying it's going to level the playing field. But honestly, what does that even mean in eBay speak?
Right? Level the playing field is eBay's way of saying, we're going to change some stuff and hope you don't get too mad about it.
I was just thinking about that, because last time they leveled the field, some sellers said it was more like moving the goalposts. Do we know what's actually changing this time?
Some seller fees are going down. Listing limits are getting adjusted. So for smaller or newer stores, it'll be easier to get stuff in front of buyers. That's good news for the underdogs. I mean, who doesn't love a good underdog story?
That is nice. Fresh sellers sometimes get buried on eBay. But I still wonder, will these updates be enough to really shift things? Or are we just tossing pebbles into the ocean?
Speaking of big shifts, the USPS is kind of in the spotlight right now, too. The Postal Regulatory Commission, the folks supposed to keep USPS in check, they've got a leadership vacancy, which means the USPS can kind of do whatever it wants on pricing for a bit.
Wait, no way. So USPS is like the kid whose parents left them home alone? They just set all the rules?
Exactly. USPS Home Alone Edition. But for sellers, that could mean faster rate hikes or sudden rule changes. Brace for impact, my fellow package wranglers.
That's a little nerve-wracking. You never know what's coming next. Maybe Kevin McAllister booby traps. Maybe just higher shipping costs.
Yeah, and with margins already tight, unpredictability is basically every seller's arch nemesis.
And the government's poking around too, right? I heard there's a probe into those cash-on-delivery add-on charges. Like, are platforms being transparent about those extra fees or just sneaking them in?
Exactly. The government's like, hey, are you tacking on sneaky charges for people who want to pay cash? It's kind of wild that in 2024, cash on delivery is still figuring out how not to be a mystery box of fees.
You know what this all sounds like? Platforms tinkering with rules, sellers juggling costs, and somehow buyers just wanting their stuff to show up on time. It's like a never-ending group project, but nobody shares the Google Doc.
You nailed it! And honestly, every time there's a tweak, sellers are back to recalculating, okay, do I keep my cat mug ad budget or invest in bubble wrap?
Well, no matter what changes, you know someone's out there running those numbers with a calculator and a dream.
That's the e-commerce hustle.
And possibly too many mugs with cats on them.
Hey, those mugs might be subject to tax on their way to internet glory. All right, that's a wrap on week 41. Thanks for hanging out with us here at the Checkout Point by Blicket.co. You guys seriously make this so much fun.
We love having you with us. Honestly, Max, I think today's show was packed. I loved hearing those creative ideas for the order confirmation page. I'm tempted to go make over my own online cart now.
I know, and hearing about ChatGPT powering holiday shopping, I mean, next level. Still not sure if I trust a robot to pick out my Halloween costume, though. But hey, if my AI starts buying too many novelty skeleton mugs, at least I can blame technology, right?
Only you would end up with a skeleton mug collection, Max. For me, I think it's wild how all this tech is speeding up how we shop and slowly turning my late-night window shopping into actual purchases, which is both cool and maybe a little dangerous.
Hey, I say live a little, Rachel. Next week, maybe we'll help everyone figure out how to turn Halloween into the ultimate sales event. Zombie discounts, pumpkin perks, you name it.
Totally. And we want to know, what's the spookiest thing you've ever bought online? Or maybe your most unexpected e-commerce win. Send us your stories. We might share a couple next week.
For real, we appreciate you tuning in and being part of our e-commerce fam. If you enjoyed hanging out with us, we'd love it if you joined us again next week for more news, more tips, and yeah, maybe a few more of my questionable Halloween puns.
And if you're craving even more e-commerce magic, swing by blicket.co for resources, deep dives, and all the updates we couldn't squeeze in today.
All right, I'm off to convince my AI assistant that I definitely need another bag of fun-size candy bars. We'll catch you next week for episode 42.
Take care, everyone. Enjoy October, make the most of those Halloween sales, and we'll see you soon at the checkout point.
Bye, everyone. Don't let the skeleton mugs get you.